Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. Kaka, tonight I want to warn African presidents and at the same time advise them. As Africans, we are still under the yokes of the West. We are not free at all. Up to now, I don't want to link the issue with the West, but in my heart, I have never been convinced up to now. Tanzanians, you can forgive me, but to my own conviction, I have never believed that the former Tanzanian president, the late Pombe Magufuli, died a natural death. I have never been convinced. I don't know who will come with an explanation to satisfy my mind, but to me, I believe his death wasn't natural. Yes. Now, there is every reason why Ugandans should unite in prayer. There is every reason. I know there are Ugandan brothers who are watching me tonight. Even if you hate your president, there is a setback when something bad befalls him or her. And I am speaking this not as a prophecy, but as an opinion. If it turns out to be prophecy, then let me be vindicated. As we speak, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is not well. He is sick. And we know Museveni passed just recently, signed into law a bill that condemns LGBTQ in Uganda. Joe Biden spoke and condemned Museveni for taking that bold step of not listening to the West and speaking his own mind as a true African. To my own view, the move by Yoweri Kaguta Museveni didn't go well with the West. That's why I say Ugandans have every reason. There is a sister of mine from Uganda who always tells me they love Museveni, but so if you do so, you have every reason to fast and put him in prayer because the environment is not friendly. Now, on the 9th of June 2023, that is this month, I want to read two statements from Museveni and listen very carefully. After the end of the statements, you will agree with me that all is not well. At the end of these two statements, you will agree with me that Uganda has every reason to go down on their knees and pray for their nation. Ugandans, especially the Bazukulu, I know there are some Ugandan terms here. If I wrongly spell them, please forgive me. Or if I wrongly pronounce them, I ask of your forgiveness. Greetings. It's now day 3 in my corona status. So, that statement itself from Yoweri Kaguta Museveni confirms Museveni is sick. Because governments always hide diagnosis. Don't know if I'm right. They always hide. If the president is suffering of malaria, they can say it's flu. So, we can't 100% believe it's corona, but let's assume Museveni is seriously sick and has been diagnosed of COVID-19. Ratings is now day 3 in my corona status. Yesterday, that is the 8th, day 2 of my corona status, I felt very sleepy around 11 a.m. The 5th hour of the day according to we, the people of the tropics. Yet I had slept well the previous night. Hence, I slept soundly up to the 9th hour of the day, 3 p.m., according to the people of the temperate lands. When I woke up, I was fresh, and I wrote a short speech for the Right Honorable Nabanja to give in Luwero today, that is the 9th. I sent Nabanja to Luwero because the Vice President Alupo is representing us in Lusaka COMESA Summit. I slept at the 4th hour of the night, which the Europeans call 10 p.m., and woke up at the 9th hour of the night, Shaha Mwenda Zekiro, with a slight vague headache. I call it vague because it was not Obuabe, temple's headache in brackets. It was not Oruhora, or it was not Oruhora Hore, the crown of the headache, and it was not around the Engata, the ring of the head. When I sat up and drank more water as advised by my daughter Patience, Kokundeka, the headache went away and I slept again. According to my long-time doctor, Diana Atwine, this is a mild case and should be managed conservatively by using vitamin C, other vitamins, especially D, and some antihistamines. What are the other cases described as? I asked Dr. Atwine. The other cases could be described as moderate or severe. This, according to her, need different interventions. When Atwine announced my corona status the other day, that is the 8th, I am the one who told her to do it. I was still busy with other issues. I will wait for 2 more days and do the test again. It seems immunization and the boosters for the immunization do help. I will keep you informed. Let everybody be fully vaccinated. And for the elderly, get boosters. Happy Heroes Day celebrations. Signed Yoweri K. Museveni, Sabalwanyi, the 9th of June 2023. So the statement here confirms Museveni is seriously sick of COVID-19. This statement was released yesterday, the 10th of June 2023, and I read, Ugandans, especially the Bazukulu, greetings. Day 4 of my corona status has seen me assault all day long 3 loadfuls of government papers. I started at 6:30 a.m. saa 12 in our African language nanusu. The coronavirus, by domesticating me, is helping me to catch up with my paperwork. The symptoms are more mild than yesterday. In the night, slight throbbing and kuratima in the ruhorahore area of the head. This is the part of the head that has a gap in children. hapa katikati hapa, unafinya mtoto naingia ndani. Also, some slight roughness on the throat. Otherwise, I'm even tempted to do my push-ups, but common sense reminds me not to disturb the biochemistry of the body, where the war with the enemy, the virus, is going on with additional strains on the body. All the Aneram Cardias and followers should continue to understand the importance of robust health. I always avoid factors that can cause ill health, not because I fear being sick, but because I detest missing the struggle for Africa's freedom. Our grandfathers' generation, the founders of the ANC of South Africa in 1912, George Badome, W.B. Du Bois, Kabalenga, etc. Our fathers' generation, Nkrumah, Kenyatta, Nyerere, Mandela, etc. Our own generation, Samora Machel, Ngarang, etc. Our children's and grandchildren's generations are generations of the African anti-colonial resistance for Africa to survive and thrive. You can hear the spirit from Museveni. Our health is, therefore, a weapon in the fight against imperialism and all Africa's enemies. You cannot fight when you are sick, as well as you can fight when you are healthy. I am not sick in bed, but I've been house confined since Wednesday the 7th, when I had a confirmed corona positive test. Consequently, I missed the other day yesterday, that is the 9th, where our daughter Nabanja did a great job. I could not meet the guests I had invited from the UAE, and I've cancelled my plan to go to Kisii tomorrow, that is the 11th today, to supervise the half-yearly deworming of my cattle. Therefore, health is not only wealth, but also part of the weapons of the struggle. Afya ni utajiri, na vile ni chombo cha mapambano ya kimipanduzi, part of the instruments of the revolutionary struggle. Otherwise, the Heroes' Day went well. I thank the organizers and the Right Honorable Nabanja. Our people are beginning to get the message of homestead incomes with Ekibaru, Kura, Aymar. It is dairy in the cattle corridor and coffee in Upper Bulemezi, Semuto, etc. I thank all the Ugandans that are wishing me a quick recovery. Mama Janet was tested on the 7th evening, and all the tests were negative. Rapid, PCR, etc. We thank God for that. We have, therefore, been using different parts of the house ever since. Signed, Yoweri K. Museveni, Sabalwayi, the 10th of June, 2023. From the two statements, Kaka, I want to petition, or I want to encourage, or I want to ask our brothers from Uganda. As much as people say Museveni is a dictator, it doesn't deserve to prematurely go through what he is going through. I do not want to expound my sentiments because they are bound to legal judgments. But let me say in brief, without being judgmental and without bridging the Ugandan constitution and the constitution of Kenya, that Africans, we are not free. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.